Today we're looking at a beautiful fingerstyle arrangement of Where is Love, Somewhere Out There, and Can You Feel the Love Tonight? So let's jump right into our demo. If you're enjoying this arrangement, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you'd like to download the tabs, you'll find a link to my Patreon site down below in the video description. Now we're moving into our lesson, and I want to point out that this arrangement is for low G tuning. In this tutorial, we'll cover the first few lines to get you started, covering both the fingering and the rhythm. The first thing I want to point out is that this entire arrangement is in 4/4 time, meaning every measure consists of 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the tempo changes twice. So we start at 130 beats per minute with Where is Love. And then in measure 24, when we get to Somewhere Out There, we change to 160 beats per minute. Then we change back to 130 beats per minute with Can You Feel the Love Tonight? And we continue at 130 for the rest of the arrangement. Now let's walk through the first 1.5 lines, covering measures 1 through 12 to get you started. We begin with our 4-measure introduction, so here's how we count the rhythm of measures 1 through 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We begin with our pinky on the 7th fret of the 1st string, Here we'll play an arpeggio or a broken chord through all 4 strings. Then we move to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and here I'm using my ring finger. Then we'll use our middle finger to go to the 2nd fret, and our ring finger to go back to the 3rd fret. Then in measure 3, we're going to a G7 chord. Here I have my index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string, and my middle and ring fingers on the 2nd fret of strings 3 and 1. We'll play another arpeggio through all 4 strings, and then we'll lift up our ring finger to play the open 1st string, and then we'll play the 2nd string and 3rd string, keeping our index and middle fingers in place. Now here's how we count the rhythm for measures 5 through 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We start measure 5 with 2 hammer-ons, first playing the open 3rd string and hammering onto the 2nd fret with our middle finger. Then we play the open 2nd string and hammer onto the 1st fret with our index finger. Now for an easier option, you can simply pick each note rather than doing the hammer-ons. In measure 6, we'll keep our middle finger in place on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and we'll pick strings 3, 4, 3, and 2. Then in measure 7, we have another arpeggio, and this one only goes through the 2nd string. So we're playing the open 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Now keep in mind here that our melody note is the open 2nd string. So that's why this arpeggio ends on the 2nd string rather than the 1st string. Next we go to the 5th fret of the 1st string with our pinky, then the 3rd fret with our middle finger, and then in measure 8 we go to the 2nd fret with our index finger, and then the 3rd fret of the 2nd string with our middle finger. Now here's how we count the rhythm of measures 9 through 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We start measure 9 with an arpeggio and a hammer-on. We're playing the same arpeggio that we played in measure 7, all open strings through the 2nd string. Then we hammer onto the 1st fret of the 2nd string using our index finger. Then we'll place our ring finger down on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and then we play the open 1st string. In measure 10, we're going back to the 1st fret of the 2nd string, lifting up our ring finger, then the open 4th string, then we'll place down our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. In measure 11, we lift up our middle finger, keeping our ring finger in place. Here we'll pick strings 2 and 3 together. Then we'll use our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, and when we pick this string, we're going to hammer onto the 3rd fret using our ring finger. Then in measure 12, we'll use our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and we'll pick strings 2 and 3 together. For more beautiful fingerstyle arrangements, see this playlist here. Have fun practicing, and thanks for watching.